You didn't bring
Hello,
tea.
friends. No, I poured tea. You have to go get it.
Oh. Well, I feel silly now. Bye.
Okay, bye. Can you refill mine? Since you're up anyway. Can you refill mine since you're up anyway? Thanks.
Lexi just comes back. Do you hear the people sing? Sing the song of angry men.
Nice.
Wow.
Okay. One sec.
A lot of my children wish to be chosen tonight.
Oh, good.
Pick me. And the funny thing is, there's quite a few of them that have rolled good tonight that haven't that I haven't rolled with in a long time.
Fun.
They definitely want to be picked tonight.
Well, I have other sets if the set that I've been going with for a bit decides to fail me.
Is that?
What is it?
Apricot strawberry. It's disgusting.
What? I said Red Bull. I love that flavor.
Oh, I bought a variety pack at Walmart, and I'm like, sure, I'll just grab the one that's on the top and currently locked and loaded. It's not good.
I love that flavor.
I also just don't like apricots.
That's fair.
What is wrong with you?
I don't like apricots or tomatoes.
What is wrong with you?
Hello?
And I'm a professional cook.
Fair.
I like a professional picky eater.
Yeah.
Hey yo.
I mean, doesn't like apricots is probably less than my absolute hatred of passion fruit.
I mean, fair.
Nobody can ever make passion fruit taste good. It's just terrible.
I haven't had many or much passion fruit other than like.
I keep ending up
Little
with
bits
people
here and
giving me
there.
things that are passion fruit flavor, and it's always terrible. It's like, just stop.
I love all of these things.
You know,
I'm
I
also-
realized that one of my dice is not actually from a set. It is just a random D20.
You just have an orphan?
Yeah, an orphan D20.
If you want, I can get you some like jewelry to put the D20 in, and then you can wear it as like a necklace or like a brooch or something.
I have one. I have one like
I
that.
found it's
over there, though.
D8.
Oh, so it is a set.
But I do not know where the D6 or the D4 went.
Thanks, blood.
Oh, thank you, blood.
Sorry, I had to get tea because if I don't get tea, I will lead armed revolts.
Oh, it looks like it went to Lex.
Yep.
And then if I do have tea, then I can lead more effective armed revolts.
Lex, you are now subbed.
Aw, thanks. Literally, so like, cause like I wanted to use the cute little griffins, and thank you.
No worries. Took a gamble on which one of you it was going to.
Nice. Okay. So last time we played, you were headed back to Vonphis and you got your level up.
Yes.
And
We got the pirates on board.
you got the merchant marine sailors on board. They're not technically pirates.
Close enough.
Yeah. Might as well.
If it looks like a duck and it quacks like a duck.
It is
That's
probably
probably
a
a
duck.
It's
Or
a goose.
soft goose.
What's up, Dark?
Hello,
Oh, hey,
Batra.
dragon.
That's
that
a fair
dragon?
reason to be late, honestly.
That's Dragon Fang.
Mm.
Story of my life.
All right, let's get our guns loaded to shoot our way through Vonphis.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So, on the journey back, I assume that there's some conversation that happens.
I'm assuming that Loki is like celebrating being on the top wanted list based on what he said last time.
Yeah,
Yes.
Getsu is like excited. He's
That's
ready
the right
to.
word.
It's like, I mean, so more of a reason to kill people, kill the rich. This is an exciting day. Like, there's nothing that is going to make him upset.
We have an airship. We are part of the 1%ers.
It's a good time.
You're rich now, Yatsu. Do you hate yourself?
He's not thinking about that.
He's not having that
It's not my airship. I'm just along for the ride.
Yeah,
maybe it's like Zara. They're working class. They're not necessarily rich. They're just benefiting whilst working that job.
So wait, are me and Illumothri the only white collar people here?
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, two of the party is very much straight right.
Yeah.
I might be treated like a white collar worker, but that's just because I'm really, really, really well paid for risks encountered on the job.
There's some different levels of.
So do we get back to Vonphis in peace?
Yeah, you get back to Vonphis, no real issues. Once you get to the port at the edge, you sail in through the city, you get towards the center of the city, and you reach Illumothri's warehouse just fine. And they're able to pull the boat up through the canal and into the little like mini dock in the river at Illumothri's warehouse.
All right, everybody, keep your heads down and get inside.
Are the sailors coming with us, the ones who are joining us, or are they going to get rid of the boat and then meet us at the air dock?
They will meet us at the dock because if we travel in larger numbers than needed, it is going to attract attention, and we do not need attention.
Yep. They're not wanted. They can travel through town just fine.
Right. Just us. Okay.
Oh, and then as I look around, I'm gonna beckon for one of my one of my employees. I need you to go and get my car from the docks.
Oh, can you send two people for my bike, mine and Catless bike?
Yes. Take two others with you to get my car and the two motorcycles that belong to Dre and his wife. They should be parked down by the dock.
Just like, oh yeah, we can do that, boss. Any defining features of the motorcycles? Looks at Dre, and then motions like mimes, like a little smaller, maybe.
I would say they're about human size. Bikes can be ridden by short people of short height, regular size bikes.
Can.
Yes, they can.
Yes, they can, but 3'2" is not regular short. 2'2" is not regular short.
They're a little bit smaller, but one has a sidecar on it. Under the tarp is a lot of ammunition. Make sure you just keep that hidden. And then the other one, they're both matte black. Park beside Illa's car.
Okay. And they take off and go to pick up the bikes in the car. Where would you have them bring them?
Probably to the airship because it has a fairly large cargo bay.
It does have a fairly large cargo hold.
Large enough
probably
to fit.
enough for the bikes. My car
large enough for the bikes. Your car
would just have to come back to the warehouse.
Yeah.
Do bring the bikes to the warehouse or to the cargo ship if possible. It should be able to be picked up by like two big, strong humans.
Yeah, no, the bikes aren't going to be a problem because you can get like horses into the cargo holds of like warships and stuff.
Yeah.
It's just
but
a car.
a full-size car, that'll be a bit of a problem.
Yeah. Which I'm fine with keeping my car at the warehouse. It's just
Okay.
I'd rather
It's just
not have it
probably
be
safer
parked
at the
at
warehouse than a random dock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we're technically already loading up the airship, so anything that fits, can fit. I'd assume we can put on it already.
Yeah. The motorcycles are gonna fit just fine.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, everybody inside, and then we need to make sure that we are not spotted. Raven, I've noticed that you have been a little vulnerable on the battlefield. I might have something in your size that could help you out.
Oh, okay.
Follow me to my office, and I'm going to lead Raven to my office, and I'm going to pull out a book, and you hear a click, and the bookshelf moves, and there's a small little armory on the other side of
Fancy.
the bookcase. There should be something that fits you in there, and I need to grab this. And I grab a nice looking coat and I put it on. Much better.
Nice. What kind of guns and stuff are in your armory, and are you bringing any?
There is a few pistols, a couple of revolvers, nothing too fancy, but personally, I am not going to grab any. Raven, if you do see something that you like, you are able to borrow it for a time being.
Raven, who would have no idea what would actually be usable as guns.
That's fair.
I think, hold on. Yeah, I at least gave you a crossbow
Yes,
lesson.
you were at least one lesson happened. That's about Raven's entire knowledge on ranged weapons.
I mean, at least crossbows are super easy to pick up, like in real life too. So we'll just have to buy you one so that you have a ranged option.
Crossbows are easier to get than longbows in real life.
Hell, I'll give you my crossbow. I'm sure the rooks will get me another.
Are you going to the rooks? Or are we just leaving? Because I don't think it's smart for us to leave unless we're going to the airship right now.
I have a revolver. I still have a ranged option. I can always restock later. If it means our party has options in combat and will be more effective, I'll do it. I'm all about being a team player, so.
As long as we get to take out some nobles. I'm ready.
Jerry will just kind of look at a crossbow and just pull out his pistol. Pistols. These do the trick.
No, I'm offering it to Raven specifically. The person that needs a ranged weapon.
The person with swords only.
Or one person who doesn't have any.
I'm not worried about the guy that probably sleeps with his gun. Okay.
Raven will just be like, "Are you sure?" and accept whatever is actually handed to him.
Zara's gonna be like, "Yeah," and hand you like the crossbow carefully, and then 40 like arrows or bolts, or crossbow bolts, in a quiver.
Now you'll be able to kill the nobles from afar.
Raven,
I probably shouldn't say that out loud.
Not like Raven isn't a walking armory of swords.
Raven, dear, is there a certain type of armor that you would like? Something lighter, something a little in between, or something that will weigh down a normal person?
Certainly not something that's too heavy. I like to keep my ability to move. That is how I fight.
How about... And I will pick up a kind of a breastplate of half sewn, half plated chest armor. This, I believe, is the light duty armor. It's pretty standard. This one should fit you just nicely.
All right.
Are we shopping and I missed that part?
No, we're just at Ilya's warehouse, which has a bunch of stuff. Ilya and ridiculous amount of supplies.
So your AC with the light duty armor is 14 plus your dex.
Okay, so that's a good boost.
And it has a ballistics resistance of 3.
15 plus 2 is 16.
I really want to test this ballistic resistance and shoot your friend in the riot gear.
What is the ballistic resistance again?
If you get shot, it reduces the damage by 3.
Ballistics resistance is different than the damage resistance that arrows has. Ballistics resistance actually increases your armor class against firearms.
Thank you.
I put the
So-
stats for
I can write it down. What's the number?
3.
I put the stats
3. Okay.
for the crossbow in Discord for you. I'm gonna look over to Illa and ask, mind if I make a quick stop at the Rooks?
As long as it's quick. We don't have a lot of time here in the city.
I'll be as quick as possible. Can I borrow your car?
My car is
It's
not
not
going to
yet.
be. It's not going to be the easiest thing to get around the city. A lot of people know what my car looks like.
Valid. Yeah, I'll just walk, I guess, and I'll head out to go to the Rooks and pick up a new crossbow and 40 crossbow bolts and maybe a couple of
You doing that right now?
just real quick, because
Oh,
that
are
way
you're looking for a new crossbow?
I gave mine to Raven.
I'll reach in, grab a mint crossbow that looks like it has been barely used. Here,
Got 40 bolts
somewhere in there.
in the quiver. I'll dig through the supplies and find what I need, I guess. I'm assuming then we can restock whatever we need
Yes.
within reason.
Yeah. Any
As-
basic any basic supplies you can restock.
So if there's anything anybody needs before we leave, grab it now. Any ammo, any reasonable sets of armor, please.
Do you have stuff to make alchemist fire?
I do not have a lab in my warehouse. It is not that kind of warehouse.
Sure.
I
Warehouse,
have
not a
some.
crack house.
I have some potions. Hey, look, some double purpose. Dual purpose.
You know?
You're right. Some do double duty.
I do not. I do not make in-house. I transport. I do not make in-house.
I'm gonna look over at the party and be like, if we're really in the shit, I have some health potions up to 5 uses that we can use, but I'd rather we use all other healing options first, because they're hard to restock and the guild might not be willing to give me more for a little while.
No worries. I know some healing magic.
Ketla also has 5 healing potions.
And I'm also a healer, so we're probably good.
Eros also knows a little bit of healing, though he doesn't use it a lot. He will if the need arises.
I also
Like when he
know
was
a
carried
bit of
off by a
healing.
griffin.
Actually, I think for the day, Ketla's gonna pass a damage reduction potion over to Mr. Paladin.
Nice.
Okay.
It's the
I used to believe
filter
that.
of damage reduction. A patient who consumes this potion takes reduced damage on the next time they are struck by an attack. So, do you
What's
want
the
me?
reduction?
It's D10 plus charisma, which is I can roll that now just so we know.
Yeah.
3. So roll D10 plus 3. That will be 12 damage reduction on the next hit he takes.
Oh fuck yeah!
Nice.
We
So,
lost the
Kitla-
Tibbs.
Kitla has
Okay,
4
so-
healing potions.
I'm right here. Just had to turn the camera off for a second.
Fair.
No worries.
Zara's gonna look over at Ilamathri and be like, should I scribble out a message to Kaz and see what time they'll be willing to pass messages back and forth and tell you what they need to?
Yes, that would be probably the best. Seeing how we can't stick around in town, it will not be a face-to-face meeting. It's a shame.
I can still attempt to smuggle you in, but it would be difficult.
I would rather not have any time be wasted. And I'm not saying that a meeting with your superior would be wasted. It's just we don't have a large window to get out of here before somebody
I
shoots
understand.
the ship down.
We don't want to risk the ship, the party, and you.
Exactly.
And I'll pass the message along to Kaz via the message book, provided, Dean Corain gave it to Kaz already or not.
As you're all talking, there's a knock on the door.
Want me to open the door?
Are we expecting company?
I pull a pistol out.
Getchu is also gonna pull out his gauntlet.
I'm gonna walk to the door and I'm going to open it.
Sparky boom gauntlet.
Everybody weapons at the ready. Who the fuck is
I'm
not
gonna move over to help. I'm gonna move closer to Illa. That way, if anything goes wrong, I can step in front of them.
I thought everybody's just standing around weapons at the what do you want?
Everybody make me a history check.
Oh boy.
Zara excluded.
Getchu does not remember anything.
What do I roll?
Zara, you are going to roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh.
19.
Okay.
12.
6.
Okay.
I'm
Got a
scared
13
now.
for history.
Okay. The 13 and the 19, you both need to roll me wisdom saves as well. Everybody else, or the other two, don't know at all who this person is, and I'll get to that in a
Cool.
moment.
I'm sorry.
Uh,
Audio cut out for a second. Who needs to make a wisdom saving throw?
Both
People who rolled
you
decently.
and Blood.
That's 17.
It makes
Wisdom
sense the street
saving
rats would roll
throw?
shit on something like knowing somebody.
You know, Getchu's not
Who
that
does
type of
Raven
smart.
know?
That is going to be a dirty 20.
Okay.
That would bad.
So, what did you get on your saving throw, Katika? 12?
Correct.
Okay. Meat beats. You are all
That
standing
works?
face to face. Yeah. Meat
Okay.
beats. You're all standing face to face with a living legend. The man who brought the rooks from nothingness into prosperity.
Okay.
And Vayne Nightrage looks at Zara, looks at Illa, and goes, "You two are coming with me."
Zara's just gonna pale and be like, are we gonna die?
Raven's like, what
No.
the fuck is going on?
Yeah, so what's going on here?
A friend wishes to speak with your employer, and I'm here to facilitate that.
Facilitate as an escort us there, or to be there with us?
Vane just is going to look at Illa and be like, don't let go of my hand, and you won't have anything to worry about.
Am I holding your hand too, sir?
Yes. Or you can hold Ilamathri's hand. A chain works too.
I'm gonna hold Ilamathri's hand
What is
because I
going
can't hold Vane's hand without my hand starting to shake, because that's like
Kaz's mentor. Yeah.
Kaz's mentor, like a legend in the guild. Just scary.
Very well. One moment, please. Eros.
He like shows up and goes, yeah, boss.
I need you to take these 3 and start heading to the airship.
Poor Ketla.
These 4.
Can't
My
forget
apologies,
Ketla.
Ketla.
Don't forget Tristan.
I asked Tristan to be brought. Oh yeah, Tristan was at the warehouse.
Yep.
I need you to take these 5.
The ever-growing list.
How many party members do we have?
Roll check.
Can we get a roll call?
How
I
many
need
people are
you
present?
to
I'm 3 alone.
Roll call.
I need you to
Eros,
take
Tristan,
everybody. Start
Raven.
heading your way to the airship. I don't
That's
know how
fine,
long
right?
this meeting is going to be.
Oh wait, 6. We have Brother Alvin.
Unless Brother Alvin is just staying in town.
Hold on. So we have Dre, Brother Alvin, Tristan. No, wait.
Dre, Ketla, Brother Alvin, Tristan.
Wait. Petla, Brother Alvin, Tristan, Eros, Getsu. It is Dre, right?
Yeah.
Dre.
Dre, Raven. Did I already say Raven?
No, you didn't.
Nope.
No, you didn't. You said Getsu twice, so there's 7 of them.
There's
It's
too
hard
many.
to remember everyone.
I mean, that's fair.
I need you to take everybody but
There's room full of people except these.
everybody but me and Zara. I need you to start making your way to the airship as quietly as you can.
Room full of
I
people.
trust that you can do that.
He's gonna like shift from side to side and be like, I'll do my best. Anybody got some enhancements to help me not make so much noise?
Enhancements.
He's in full
You know, like
riot
a
gear.
spell. Yeah.
I don't think so.
If you have Pass Without a Trace, this would be a great time to use it.
No, I took the other one instead. I took the homebrew one.
Hold on one moment.
How far do we have to go through the town?
Like halfway across the city.
Yeah, that's not happening.
How long on foot does that take?
Like 3 hours.
Can I I'm gonna look at Vane because I'm gonna assume that this is a thing. And I'm gonna be like, sir, if you don't mind, I know that the Rooks occasionally use papers to get people out of trouble, or if they get caught with other guilds or with police, to let them go because they're of interest to us. Can we give them a temporary 24-hour paper until I can get back so that I can protect my party? Because these people are of interest to Ilamathri, and we need them to help with our plans.
Vane's gonna look at you and he's just gonna be like, kid, nobody cares what the Rooks think right now. There's a lot of money on these heads.
Listen, I can grant you temporary invisibility, but that's the greatest extent that I have for you, Eros. Unless you want to doff your armor and carry it. I know you are more than able to carry all of your gear. That might be your best bet. I can keep you invisible for a period of time, but it's only going to work for about a third of the distance.
I have an idea. Can I use a cooperative stealth roll to use like Rook's training to pad Eros's armor in a way that it will like reduce the disadvantage or eliminate the disadvantage just for the traveling period? Like put cloth in between the layers or something?
I will let you make a stealth roll, but you're going to use intelligence instead of dexterity as your ability score for that.
Okay. Intelligence?
Yep.
Can I get rid of this dice?
I mean,
It rolled a
it's your die.
2.
You can get rid of it.
Not actually. 2 plus 1. Do I still get the proficiency for stealth?
Yes.
Okay, a grand total of 6. Yeah.
Alrighty.
I'm assuming that
Yeah,
didn't
you do your
anything.
best. You do your best, and it starts looking more suitable for quietly and quickly traversing the city.
It at least shouldn't damage the ability of the armor to do its job.
Correct. Oh. Vane is going to look at you and be like, look, make your preparations quickly and get a move on. I'll bring your friends back to you when this meeting is over.
Very well. And I'm going to put my hand, or I'm going to extend my hand to him. Ready when you are.
He'll like grab your left hand, and then in a swirl of darkness, the shadows consume you, and you step into the plane of the Shadowfell.
Oh.
And he walks you through the Shadowfell and the encroaching darkness, and reappears in the office of one Casimira Kiramud.
Thank you for that.
He nods. He just sort of looks at Kaz and goes, I'm not an errand boy, but do you need anything else? And Kaz will look at him, kind of shake their head, look at you, look at Zara, and give Zara like a reassuring little wink. And then Vane will step outside of the office, and that's the last you see of him.
Casimira, it is wonderful to see you again. Unfortunate circumstances, but is life, isn't it?
Indeed, it is. Now, about your impending escape, do you have a plan?
Yes. I have an airship. Not many know of it, other than you, Sarah, and my crew. They are the only ones who know about my recent purchase and how soon we are going to be taking off.
I see.
Fortunately, the air dock is across the city from my warehouse, so my party is going to be making their way on foot. Any vehicles would draw too much attention to us, especially since my vehicles are well known by many that are hunting me.
Fuck, I should have stolen one. Zara's just gonna mutter under their breath that they should have stolen a car.
Kaz is going to look at you, grin, and be like, you could have. I have a different proposal.
Yes, boss.
Lamathri, you owe us a favor, and we get you out of the city.
What kind of favor?
To be determined. The way I see it is it's your life hanging in the balance. And your pride. Can't feel good having Thruel claiming the throne.
No, it doesn't. But I know something that he doesn't. And that gives me an upper hand.
And what is your secret ace in the hole?
He might have the necklace, but he doesn't have everything else that would give him the absolute power. Just because he has money doesn't mean that his friends are going to stick around long enough for them to see it.
Excuse me for speaking out of turn, but an upper hand won't mean much if we can't make it out of the city alive. And I doubt anyone will want to work for you, so your crew is very important. Losing even one person can make this job infinitely harder.
I do understand that, Zara. And as much as I do not like indescriptive rain checks, I don't think I have much of another choice, given the fact that my party is not the most delicate and are known to instigate when they shouldn't.
Us instigate? Never.
It's not our fault nobles get pissy about people wanting to stab them.
Is there a time frame on when this rain check will be cashed?
Once you've dealt with your problem at hand.
She'll kind of sit there and think for a moment. You have a deal.
She's going to reach above the mantle
They.
place, or the mantle, or they, sorry, thank you.
No, you're good.
Are going to reach above the mantle, or on their fireplace in their office, pull down a rod that is pearlescent white with gold inlays, and offer you one hand, or one end of it.
May I ask what this is?
Makes our arrangement binding.
You know I much prefer a written contract, but this will do.
I have to write a
Okay, then
written
you'll have to
contract
then
for
write
a
the
vague
contract.
rain check.
I will stand and I will grab a hold.
All right. And Kaz gets you to repeat after them basically just the details of what is going to happen. They'll get you out of the city safely, and you will then owe the Rooks et al. A favor to be cashed in once Thruel has been dealt with.
You know, it feels weird. I haven't been on this side of a deal in 200 years.
Blood disappeared. Oh, hi,
It did
Blood.
disappear. There's blood.
Welcome back.
We cannot
What was
hear
that?
you.
Nope.
Oh, my mic was muted. That's why.
Okay. So you, as you speak the words, feel this like creeping cold go through your arm, through your hand and up your arm, into your shoulder, and it sits down in the center of your chest. And you know, one second. Wrong button. That better, bud? Yeah, buddy. There we go. You know that if you were to refuse this oath, it would cost you your life. But you also know that if Kaz were to renege on their oath, it would cost them their life.
I'm very familiar with this feeling.
And you blink your eyes a couple of times as the cold settles into the center of your chest, and on your left shoulder you see a spectral raven perched.
Who is my new friend?
A watcher.
He gonna be there all the time?
You can't see him, Zara.
Oh, my bad. Sorry, I didn't realize that. I'm a goose.
You're good. I didn't specify, but you can't see it, Zara. Just Illa can see this raven.
Is this going to be perched on me indefinitely, or will it be watching from afar, from near, wherever
He
it
will
may go?
watch from where he will go.
That is all fine and dandy as long as he doesn't interrupt my private moments.
Nothing to worry about there. He is simply an observer.
Very well.
Now, they'll take the rod back and set it above the mantelpiece. They're like, now about getting you out of the city. This isn't going to be fun for any of you.
When is escaping a city with, I don't know, 6 people hunting you ever fun?
You're lucky if it's 6 today. It was 6 a week ago, before you got back.
He's really rallying the troops, isn't he?
He's offering them riches beyond their wildest imagination.
Just that he
Especially
doesn't
if they can bring you in alive.
So we won't be fighting just professionals. We'll be fighting anybody wanting to get a quick, rich scheme.
Exactly.
What's the plan, boss?
I have some trucks downstairs, and I have a contact who has produced a batch of a potion, one could call it. It will render you temporarily inert. You will seem to be dead by all matters.
Is it that potion you were telling me about the other day? And I'm like referencing the phase spider story.
Yeah, it is.
Do I have to take it too?
No, you'll be driving the hearse.
To my airship?
Your airship.
Boss, I know that it's not my head on the line, but the Oakwood home is going to be safe, right? Like, I know it's connected to the guild, but I know people are desperate and they want money, and the party did visit. Should I be worried?
You're parent can handle themselves, my apologies, should the need arise, but no. Protection is there.
Thank you.
What of our appearance? I highly doubt if they see me dead, they're going to stop any search and rescue for me.
Well, I'm pretty sure
Well-
you can breathe through a body bag, right? I could poke some holes.
Oh, the thing about this potion is you don't even need to breathe. You go completely catatonic.
Right. Should I grab the bags downstairs then?
Well, you see, it would be an awful shame if the regal Lady de Raquel were to have an accident and require a funeral procession to shut down a large portion of the city.
That would be a shame.
So Zara's just so startled by all the historic events going around that they kind of lose a sense of decorum for a second and go, "Your wife's playing dead too?"
Ilamathri is playing my bride.
What?
Ilamathri will be in the casket. My wife, a Dhampir, has no fear of death. She has made a good number of enemies for herself in her stand against Harving Thrul, and until he is dealt with, she will be going into hiding.
Much like us. And I see there should be no downsides.
Indeed.
You said your people should get out as soon as possible. We need to make sure that someone gets to the warehouse before they leave.
Yes.
Do you want me to go collect them and then drive a hearse here? I can always borrow a car.
Kaz looks at you and goes, "Oh, I think we have this under control right now, Zara, but I appreciate your efforts. No, Sir Night Rage is acquiring the rest of your party now that Ilamathri has agreed to this plan. He's offered to step in as a personal favor to me.
Will I be the only one drinking?
No.
Hopefully no one else has creepy dreams. Zara's gonna mutter under their breath.
My only question, other than the catatonic state that we will be in, are there any other lingering effects of the potion that we should know of and what we should expect upon waking?
Your sleep will be most troubled. You will be confronted with the darkest thoughts you've ever seen. Everything that you've ever been through. Your life will replay in exquisite detail.
That'll be a short dream for me.
I'm gonna go downstairs and pick up supplies just in case one of Illa's people has an anxiety attack.
Thank you for the warning, Casimira. I do not think it will be a problem for myself, but I do think it might startle some of the other party members. So the heads up is greatly appreciated. Now then, Let's get this done.
You could rename that potion the PTSD flashback potion because that's basically what I have to do with on a regular basis.
I really don't know how that would affect Ray. Oh no, my dissertation!
I feel like Dre is probably the only one without some form of like traumatic backstory. So
Yeah.
See, I remember writing this scene when Kaz took it because this was from another campaign when Kaz took it, and they were in a crate. They got no warning, and they had like a horrific dream of their time, like going through some shit.
Dre has the shortest life and also has probably not had a whole lot of negative happen.
Be like,
Dre had childhood and school.
Oh no, a test!
Yeah.
That's your wishes. That was the only thing you had to worry about.
Blood, you know those dreams where like your test comes to life and tries to eat you and shit. Yeah.
I just remembered for Illumathri, I don't know about anybody else, but that is 600 plus years.
Tieflings age like humans, so it's not going to be that long a life. And Raven is relatively young.
That's gonna be a cakewalk. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Must be nice.
So the rest of you get transported to the Rook's chapter house.
Does Tristan have to take the potion?
No.
Tristan can sit up in the front seat with me.
Yeah. Okay. We should be on an ad break. I hope.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna chill. We will take a people break at some point. If you need like a water or a soda or something, now's a great time. But we will take a longer people break for like if you need a bio break or something like that. In like,
I would say do as I tell my raiders in World of Warcraft, pee in a bottle, but that doesn't work for everybody here. That's my favorite thing because we do 4-hour raids without a break, and I'm like, if you got to pee in a bottle.
All right, we got about 5 seconds left on that ad, or at least the first one. I don't know if
should be 3 minutes of ads total. That is weird, Dragon.
We are back online.
Welcome, hi or not? Hi, welcome back.
I don't know why, but Jesse looks like a John Wick character to me today. It's the black and the beard. It's like very professional. Like I'm about to go. All right, that changed. Aw, but you looked so intimidating and scary though.
I like the lights hit. Just all you can
lights.
see is the lights from your headset.
You just turning yourself into some character I'd design.
I was gonna say, what is Cyberpunk 77?
Oh, mine are broken. I can't do that anymore.
I wonder if I can get mine to do that. Hold on.
Mine used to, but they're broken and don't turn on. And
Sorry, I got us off track.
Oh, you're good. In theory, if things are working properly, there should still be some kind of ad break happening, but I don't freaking know.
I don't see it on my end. One ad popped up for about 30 seconds, and it's no longer.
Weird. I'll look at that after. Twitch is still telling me that there's an ad break.
Weird.
But whatever. If our one audience member that's not us. Oh, we have two, apparently.
Yes, we do.
Oh, stretch. Everybody stretch. Unshrimp.
No, I will stay shrimp.
I didn't say stretch your lungs, blood.
Oh, I was doing that as I was stretching.
There's-
Don't mind me.
Another ad
I'm-
going right now.
Sorry
Okay.
if I insulted you by calling you a John Wick character.
Oh, don't worry. Don't worry. Takes a lot to insult me. I've worked as a professional cook for years. In
Yeah, I've
every
heard
year
about
the
the
fucking
horror stories.
yeah, and
You
I've
guys are in
developed.
an abusive relationship, basically, with your boss. It's concerning.
My boss is a wonderful, wonderful woman. My sous chef is a cunt.
Well, like it's like
That seems accurate.
I don't know. There's just like this like culture in kitchens that's very concerning.
Toxic. Oh, it's toxic
It's
as
horrifying.
fuck. But I love
I've
it.
never worked in the kitchen, but working as server, you get to know what that environment is.
Yeah, it's terrifying to the average person. Girl I'm talking to, I was explaining to her that on Super Bowl Sunday, all we did was yell at each other because tensions were so high for 8 hours a shift, and she's like, "That's not healthy." And I'm like, because she works an office job. I'm like, she's like, "That's not healthy." I'm like,
It's
got shit
healthier than
done.
balling it all up inside.
Yeah.
I'll just say the honest truth is like I stepped into a professional kitchen a few times because of knowing Kai and like visiting them at work or whatever. And whenever I heard the yelling or screaming, I was like, "Oh, this feels like home."
Maybe that's why I never felt out of place for me.
Oh.
I was like, "Oh, it's like we're home again."
I think the one place that
will be
wasn't
right back.
I think the one place that wasn't super toxic or yelly was when me and Kai were at the Okanagan Chateau. Place was chill. That place was chill as hell. Other than
Yes.
getting me a coke hungover every shift.
Yeah, that was a thing.
I have the best possible weed today because it's cactus juice and it just we're playing
It's
a desert game
delicious.
even. It's the best.
It'll quench you. It's the
Nothing's quenching.
quenchiest.
How long's left on the ad break?
At this point, I'm just waiting for Tips to get back.
Makes sense.
Bet.
I'm
Yeah.
back. Sorry
Bye.
about that.
No worries.
Whew.
So we'll shift perspectives back to the warehouse as Eros is like getting everybody out the door. Vane shows up with a black truck. You know, like the tarp covered backs.
The cargo truck.
They're like, yeah,
Like the military
it's a cargo
truck.
Yeah,
Or, sorry,
exactly.
the military. Yeah.
Military style cargo truck kind of thing.
I know what that looks like.
And he drives up in one of those and looks at Arrows, who Tibbs you will get to play,
All right.
and is just like, get your people in the back.
You were here earlier and you took Ilamathri, so I am assuming that this is a plan of hers.
Hopefully.
All right. In the truck. Go.
That's what will happen.
I'll help
Raven
Katla
cautiously
in, and
gets in the truck.
I'll help Katla in, and then I'll put Tristan up, and then I'll jump in.
Okay. Brother Albin will climb in the back as well. So you're all just on benches on either side of the back of the truck. Brother Albin's got the egg. And Vane drives off. Business as usual. There's nobody stops you. This is clearly a Rook's vehicle. Obviously, there's nobody going to be stopping the Rooks. But Eros, as you are leaving, you catch a glimmer as you're about to turn the corner to go off of your road of a gangbanger's vehicle, basically pulling up to the warehouse, and like 4 guys getting out.
That was close. too close.
I'll just look over at Ketla. During this trip, I'll just say, have your pistol out and ready, just to be safe, as I pull one of my pistols out and put it on my lap. Kind of finger on the side, not on the trigger, just waiting for, just to be ready. Just to be ready.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure. Cool. You guys pull up to the Rook's manor, and you're met at the loading bay by Zara and Ilamathri. And Ila, as your friends all pile out of the back of the truck, you hear your little raven friend go, "Who are these?"
You speak.
Yes. I observe, I speak. I do many things.
This raven's cool. I like this raven. I know I can't see it, but I'm just
To everybody,
it's
everybody, it
much more
looks like
talkative than mine.
I was gonna say to everybody else, it looks like Illa is talking to herself.
Guys, I
It
think
seems
Illa's
much more
gone
talkative than my raven.
crazy.
Ella, have you officially lost it? Who are you speaking to?
Something Kaz did gave them a friend. I can't see it either, but it's there, I guess.
Oh, does
No.
she have a voice in her head now? Does she have friends?
I don't know. I'm not
Hello.
the guild master.
I will not smite you here and now for that comment, Dre, for the simple fact that I need you alive.
Quick question: any of you have a favorite snack?
What is my favorite snack?
Raven
like
just
raw
looks
beef.
confused.
I'd like beef tartare.
I like food. I don't really
Raven just
have
looks
a
confused.
favorite.
It's okay.
Yes, I'm a little. I have to think on this.
Okay, Getsu, savory or sweet?
Hmm.
Do you know what do you know what savory is, Getsu?
Sweet. Definitely sweet. Although I do like a good raw steak. Every now and then.
Zara
as a
did
little
say
treat.
snack, not a meal, so I don't think that they will be bringing out a 3-course meal anytime
Even
soon.
sweet or savory?
That's not a snack?
Or
I thought that was a snack.
it's a perishable snack.
It is a snack at too. Don't worry. I eat steak for snacks all the time.
I'm glad someone understands. I thought that was a snack. I've been eating food wrong this entire time.
I don't know. These people are crazy. She's talking to herself now.
You do have a point.
I'm gonna look at Kaz and be like, is Alvin imbibing too? Does he have a bounty as well?
The brother will look at you and go, "Imbibing."
You'll see in a minute.
And it's just confused by
Kaz.
everything and swords at the ready because he doesn't know what's going on.
And Kaz will look at everyone and greet you all with a smile and pull open or pick up a little box, flip open the lid, and inside it there's a handful of vials of a swirling green and like shimmering purple substance.
I'll lean over to Ketla. What is that?
I don't trust
And
him.
she'll make me a medicine roll for her.
Medicine roll is going to be
boy.
where. That's actually not a bad roll. D20 plus 4, Ketla. That'll be a dirty 20.
Okay. She'll look at it, look at the shimmering green, and be like, "Oh, this is going to be fun.
What is it?
You have to tell me everything, honey."
What exactly is going on?
What
This
on earth is the plan? And what on earth are those?
my friends, this is our way out of the city without having to sneak across town. Casimira has graciously offered to help us. And for that to work, we need to appear dead. That is what these vials are. It is not poison. It will not kill us.
I don't feel like it.
Casimira, I don't need you to get them any more paranoid than they are, because they're already...
I'll just pick up a potion and look at Ketla. We should get you some of these.
Before you drink those,
Okay.
I will have to warn you. To the outside world, we will appear dead. To us,
In there.
we will be asleep. And under the influence of what we will be drinking, we will be reliving our lives. The
Bad
good
trip of them.
and the bad.
No.
Majority of the bad.
So
Oh,
you're
no.
so you're telling me I'm only gonna be asleep for like 60 minutes?
Oh no.
This potion will be able to get us to the airship. And we will be conscious, if not when we get there, soon after we take off.
There's truly no other way. I'm a fox after all.
You are a fox, yes. But look around, Gatsu. We do not have the same abilities that you have. And even so, the people who are hunting us know what we are and what we can do. Being a fox in the city is not as stealthy as you think it is. Not with hundreds of people looking for us.
I am not a fan of this.
No.
I'll look over at Ketla. Is there any side effects? You know what this is. Are we safe to drink this?
Ketla will nod. It's safe. It's not poison per se. Well, part of it is, but the pharmacological effects are fascinating. In essence, your body does die, but it separates your mind and soul from your body for a short period. Then you're tethered to it. It's a fascinating substance in theory. Very, very few people have access to the ingredients required to make it, and the fact that the guildmaster has a supply this powerful is highly illegal.
Ooh, I think we need to get our hands on some of this, don't
Ketla.
you, honey?
We do not use that word here. We just say tangible.
She's like, oh, right, my bad. Sorry. I believe the approved term for such substances is technically illicit.
Better.
I'm gonna curiously tilt my head at Kaz and be like, hold up one of the vials and go, does this fall under our technical license, or is it even worse?
They'll look at you and be like, I'm allowed to possess this in small quantities.
Out of curiosity, because I bet that substance would be useful to I bet it'd be an interesting way to treat PTSD.
You know?
Or induce it.
It sounds like it's essentially ketamine, which is used to treat PTSD.
Now, there is also another small detail with this plan. I am not going to be presenting as myself.
Well, who are you?
Our guildmaster's beloved deceased wife.
You're married? Why am
Me?
I just now knowing of this?
I'm not the guildmaster.
Oh,
Not Zara Getsu.
Oh,
I'm barely a rookie.
Who's gonna watch Tristan, or is he just gonna tag along?
I'm gonna look over at Dre and be like, would you prefer he tag along in the front seat with me, or should I give him a shot so that he has a nice nap?
Are you not taking the potion yourself?
Zara
So I'll be your driver.
Zara will be driving the funeral procession while we are in it. So,
all right, Dre will take one and pop the cap.
this is rather strange. I'm not sure I agree with it.
I certainly don't.
Getsu, it's better than dying.
Is it though?
Nothing is better than dying.
Raven, Getsu, I do understand your hesitance, and I understand the unease. But right now, it is either this or it is facing the mob that Thrul has made well before we are prepared to take it on.
I think I'd rather face the mob.
There are some people in my past I would rather not see again. However, if this is the only way, for my trauma, I expect to be well compensated. Because I will be going through some.
Yeah, you can roll a medicine check. What are you looking for?
I'm just seeing if I can recall any technique that might make the trauma side of the toxin a little less effective. I rolled an 11.
No.
I'm gonna look at the party. Then,
yeah, this is advanced alchemy.
I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna collect some supplies to help you all recover afterward, including some snacks to help you all calm down. That's why I asked earlier. Speaking of Ketla, Illa, arrows, what should I get you guys?
Wine.
Some chocolate and some headache medication too, I'm assuming.
That would be wonderful.
Make it strong wine. I will be needing some after as well.
Raven, I do understand the hesitancy and to put it bluntly, the stubborn reasoning. I do understand. But this needs to be done.
No. Raven raises swords. It's not happening.
Question for the DM.
Hmm?
Is spell casting on party members frowned upon?
How does everybody feel about it?
I'm okay with it.
I was going to date them, so
if the person who is being targeted by the spell is okay with it,
yeah, as long as it's not gonna hurt the party dynamic.
As long as it doesn't result in death of character and the understanding that Raven does not trust any magic used against him, even healing magic is hesitant.
It's not going to harm you.
Raven will probably be extremely angry afterwards, but it would be a solution.
But I mean, luckily you don't have anywhere to run to because we'll be really high in the sky.
Yeah.
Just make sure you don't let Raven stab you after.
Zara's gonna nervously clear their throat and look at Kaz and be like, perhaps a visit with our local medic might help assuage some fears.
I'm going to look at Raven. And my eyes are going to turn bright gold.
Oh no.
I'm gonna move to block the door.
I will place myself behind Raven.
And I'm casting Suggestion at 2nd level. Raven, dear, please drink the potion. I need
So we
Raven
have to
to
roll
make a
something?
wisdom saving throw.
Rolled a 12 plus 1 is 13.
Fail.
You are under a magical compulsion to listen to Illa, as this will not cause you any direct harm. It will not be pleasant. That's not how the spell is worded. That's not how the spell is worded.
I wish we were in Discord.
Emotional.
I have an emotional damage. The emotional damage soundboard.
Hey, but emotional damage doesn't have a damage die, so it doesn't
No.
count, right?
Exactly. That's
Double up Raven's trauma about watching his parents be murdered.
technicalities.
You too?
That is why I
Raven is back
used
there.
suggestion and not command, because of how it is worded.
Yeah.
So I guess that works.
As this is happening, can everybody make me a perception check?
The
What's
person
our
under a
ETA to
spell
our
or
people
no?
break?
People break like 10 minutes.
Okay. What did you ask? What roll did you ask for?
Oh, yeah.
Perception.
18.
Ketsu sees nothing. He's preparing for his trauma.
Fair.
Ketless 7, Dre 6.
20.
That spell's doing wonders for you.
I didn't even roll a nat 20. I just have that big a bonus on perception.
Nat 20 for Illumathri, 18 for Arrows.
Nice. You all notice Casimira has was not all. Sorry, Getsu, Dre, and Ketla don't notice, but Casimira had a syringe in hand and was preparing to inject Raven against their will.
That probably would have been fast.
Everybody's trying to fight Raven. Raven's just like, no, we're not reliving trauma.
It's Raven against the world.
Yup.
Look, it's for their own good, okay? Quite literally.
It's for the good of the Empire. I mean, wrong game.
Whoops.
They're my friend. I'd rather not see them beaten to death by an angry mob. Or gold thirsty
Raven
mob.
has enough trauma that he'd prefer to face a mob. Raven's like, I've got more trust in my sword fighting skills than dealing with trauma again.
Fair.
All right. Well, I pass the open vial potion to Ketla, pop a cork on mine, and I get ready to cheers Ketla.
I'm gonna look to Ketla, Arrows,
You moved your camera.
and Albin, and be like,
Yeah.
so favorite snack before you go under? Any requests?
Ketla will be like, steak for Getsu. Ketla will sort of think and be like, cheese, nice sharp cheese. And Brother Albin will sort of look at you and go, any kind of spiced tea, this should be good.
Oh, and a bottle of whiskey for me.
Arrows will look at you and just bow his head. Simple bread and cheese will suffice for me.
Okay, hold on. Eros is simple bread and cheese. Illa, wine, chocolate, headache meds, Ketla, nice sharp cheese, Raven. You didn't specify, so I'm gonna just get you a couple of random things and a nice smooth vodka that doesn't actually taste like alcohol, but has the,
Be straight up confused by what snack means.
Shit. Getsu, I've got steaks and sweet things and wine. Dre, beef tartar and whiskey. Tristan will get some dog treats, and Albin?
Spiced tea.
Should I get some cookies to go with that?
Yeah, that would be good.
I'm gonna go have a word with the medic and go pick up some stuff from the cafeteria. See y'all.
Okay.
And I'm going to, as I exit the office, I'm gonna shift weave my armor to look like the Rook's ceremonial uniform, because this is going to be a formal procession, so it wouldn't look right if I was, not dressed for the occasion.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll just kind of look around, and do we drink them now?
Yes.
I cheers Ketla and down the vial in one swift chug.
Getsu is going to turn into fox form and then drink it.
Casamira, would you like me conscious for the transformation, or would you like me to be under?
It's your call.
I trust you enough.
Good.
And I'm going to drink the vial.
And Raven, you are compelled, there's the right word, by Illimathri's spell to also drink your vial. So, all right.
Eros will drink his as Illimathri does.
Brother Albin's going to swirl it, look at it, sort of stare at it wistfully, and then drink it.
I hope Kaz tells everyone to sit the heck down before they come.
Yeah. And then as you've all consumed it, Kaz is like, take a seat. We'll get you loaded out as soon as we can.
Thank you. And I'm going to sit and prepare for the 600 years of my life to flash before my eyes.
Opposite ends of the spectrum with you and Dre.
600? 6.
So does that mean that Dre's just gonna have a recurring dream that by the time he wakes up from it, he's like, ugh, I've seen this already? Like 15 times.
It's just the test coming to life and trying to kill me over and over, and by the end of it, I'm like in the Matrix killing the paper.
So you all have homework.
Homework.
If you're up for it. Yeah, if you're up for it. Can you all at least message me what your worst memory is for your characters? If you want to write your what they see, and you feel like doing it yourself, go for it.
Can I give advice, seeing as I was the character that was under it originally?
Yeah.
You don't have to stick to one bad thing. You can mix and mash them, and it doesn't have to be your entire life story. It can just be the bad parts laced together.
Yep.
Yeah, that's in Getsu's backstory.
It also doesn't have to be super realistic. It can be disco colors or weird, spirally trip shit going on in the background too.
Oh, so a test coming to life and actually trying to kill me is actually feasible. Got it.
Yes.
I just like to imagine it's a geometry test that he took 3 months old. And he really had to go to the bathroom or something.
I mean, what's a wisdom-based college course? Philosophy. It would have been like a philosophy test.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Taught by actual Plato, who was an Olympic wrestler, just suplexing Dre.
Yeah, because they have Plato suplexing Dre and like cramming the paper into his mouth. Like, you gotta cram for this exam.
Eat
Yeah.
your vegetables.
So, the idea I have is that we get these written up. If you want to write them, go for it. If you want me to write them, I will do my best. And we will go on some wild trips and post them in the server.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Depending on the time limit, I can probably write Ravens. It's just a matter of getting it actually like readable within time limit.
That's fair.
So, do I have any problems getting like everything, like all the snacks from the cafeteria as needed and packing it up and prepping it?
No, you're good.
Can I stop by the medic's office?
Mhm.
Okay, I'm gonna just tap on the door and be like, Dr. Valerian,
Mm-hmm.
and wait for them to be free.
This is Amaris, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm assuming, unless
She'll-
there's a different medic you want.
No, she'll open the door. And she'll just be like, yes.
Did Guildmaster Kiramid tell you what's transpiring upstairs?
Yes.
Got any advice beyond the basics?
Actually, yeah.
Liquids.
She's gonna like go back into her study and basically or into her office and pull a jar off the counter with some dried twisted root in it and like grab a couple of other things and just basically custom mix you a hangover cure for this particular potion. And it's going to be a little like pill form, like capsules that she gives you, and she's going to hand you them in a small jar. I'm really tired.
Dosage?
One per person.
Copy that. Thank you.
And while it would be really fun to do the rest of it right away, we're going to go take a people break and come back in like 10 minutes.
Are we doing the dreams in this session? Or are we just going to boop airship?
We are going to boop airship.
Okay.
10
So does that mean that taking the hangovers and getting the snacks is just off screen?
No, it's not just off screen.
So we're just moving ahead to waking up, other than potentially.
Copy that.
We'll do dreams in Discord.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. I assume because you're going on people break.
All right.
Hello.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
What is up?
I see the dragon actually got ads, which is a good thing. So we are going to do a little bit where it is Zara driving the procession through the crowd, because Vonphis is not like a modern city. People are a little bit more
Friendly
Patriot.
with vehicles. It's like India, I'm assuming.
Yeah. Roads. Now, granted, there is a large amount of this route that is cordoned off. And you won't have any issues. But I'll just take a couple of moments to describe the process of everything happening, and we will carry on onto the airship.
All right.
So basically, the poison starts to kick in. I say poison, I mean potion, but it is a poison as well. Just a psychic poison.
Extreme psychic damage.
Emotional damage.
Emotional damage.
Emotional damage.
Look what I've done.
So yeah, you guys all sit down, all slump back in your chairs after not too terribly long, and drift into this catatonic state where your soul and your mind are tethered to your body, but your metaphysical existence is now separate from your physical existence.
Does that mean they're temporarily
Does that mean they're temporarily what?
zombies?
Zombies? No.
Sort of.
We're not undead. We're just not dead.
Sort of on the line.
Dead,
It's okay.
but not. Sort of mostly dead.
Mostly.
Dead, but also not dead. Not undead. A little more complex than simply undead.
Yeah.
Yep. No zombies. Illa, the one thing for you to note is during the dream, you are followed by the spectral raven everywhere you go.
Creepy.
Oh boy.
It is seeing everything. It is experiencing everything that you are experiencing.
Way to traumatize that raven, Ella. No,
I
I'm
was
just
gonna say the raven is now traumatized because even though it was 600 years ago, Illa didn't have the greatest childhood.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think anybody here did except
Well-
maybe Dre.
Right.
Zara had a great childhood.
Yeah, but they're not under the spell.
I had a very bad start to the childhood and then a good childhood after that with therapy and stuff.
So Zara needs to be under the spell and not like Raven and Getsu and maybe Ilya.
Oh
Benefits
boy.
of working with the rooks. It's a lot harder to put a contract on your head
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's fair.
because no one would really want to go up against the rooks, because if you kill one of them, they will go turn around and kill your entire organization for doing it.
Yeah, basically. That's pretty much exactly what would happen.
That's like standard
So-
operating.
Zara, you come back from the medic's office with your hangover cure, and you've gathered all your supplies from the cafeteria. You get into the front of the hearse, and you get everything loaded in. You take a peek inside the coffin, I'm assuming.
Before I load everything in, I would check in with Kaz to make sure that everyone is going to be on that same hearse.
Okay.
And then after that, like, make sure that I've loaded the snacks and stuff. And yeah, you know what? Sure, I'll check inside the coffin.
It is not Illumathri, you see. It is very much Elena Dorokel.
Is Kaz downstairs with us?
Yep.
All right, I'll look over to the guildmaster and be like, so when they wake up, how do we end that spell? Or will it just fade after a moment?
It'll fade. No breaking needed. Distance from the... They'll be like, distance from the real thing will cause the tether to break at some point, as they motion towards a door as their wife walks in and sort of smiles at you.
Sarah's gonna blush and shyly look down and admit to both Elena and Kaz that, you know, when I was agreeing to be a probationary member, I didn't expect things to be so historic immediately.
Oh, that is to be understood. Yes, none of us quite expect the historic times we find ourselves living in right now, is what Elena responds to you, and Kaz just sort of chuckles.
Was your first week like this, boss?
Not far off.
Guess there's always some fire going on in the world.
Yeah, and right now it just happened to be exactly where you are.
Yay!
So, Kaz will walk you over to a table and show you the funeral route that's cordoned off, and explain that there's to be a car switch at such and such a spot, and there'll be a crew to help you get everybody out of the one car and into the other, and then your driving might get a little interesting.
I have an hour to learn the route, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna change my favored terrain, or like, I'm gonna change my my extra favorite terrain that's like the one where I can learn. Whatever. Point is, I'm gonna like take the time to study urban, so that I don't like have any chance of getting lost.
Okay.
And while I'm doing that, I'm gonna be like, the rest of the team, I'm assuming they're not going to be visible next to the coffin. So where in the car are they?
They will smile and walk you over to the back of the hearse before the coffin gets loaded in, tap on the bottom of it, and it's like the false floor lifts, and there's body bags lined up sideways along the hearse.
Dre, did you want Tristan to did you I know you're not in character, but did you say that I should give Tristan a shot, or is he awake? What was that?
Muted.
He's awake with you in the front.
Copy that.
Just getting some nods in.
Okay, so while I'm taking an hour to prep, I guess I'll just check and make sure that the dog knows how to sit and stay.
He does. He's good.
He is
the last thing I need while I'm driving is a dog jumping up like, oh my god, I want to see out the window right over you. Because I've had a dog do that in the car once. It was horrifying.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. All right. Any last minute instructions, boss?
Nope. You have any last minute questions?
and don't fuck it up. I'm assuming that covers everything.
Yeah, that'll do it.
And then I'll slide my crate of whatever I'm sure the kitchen prepared this box carefully that I can just slide into the passenger side.
Yeah.
I'll check over the vehicle and do all the checks to make sure that it's running, it has fuel, all the SOPs before leaving, and then nod to Kaz and be like, have a safe and productive morning period, jokingly winking.
Kaz will openly laugh at that and be like, yes, I will be making very few public appearances for the next 9 days.
What are they going to do when they realize the procession is fake?
If they realize.
I mean, eventually they're going to realize that the guildmaster's wife is not dead.
Yeah, but was anybody really going to question them on it? They could just call it a safety concern for their partner.
Got a new wife that just so happens to look like the old one. It's fine.
She really
has a type, okay?
The new wife. It looks exactly the same as the old and has the same job. It's okay.
And name.
Yeah, it's fine.
And name and race and the
And
exact
title.
same
Like
hair.
very much so has a type.
It's their long lost spiritual twin.
It was a simulacrum.
Guys, just they could just say that they resurrected her.
Percent and then resurrection. That works.
I mean, if Kaz, just speaking tactically, if Kaz said that they killed their wife to avoid any political issues for the Rooks, and then resurrected them once there was no problem, I'm pretty sure people would believe that because Kaz has a terrifying reputation. And also, it would just add to the don't fuck with the Rooks because they'll apparently kill their own partners.
True.
Yeah.
I don't know what Kai's gonna go for, but
maybe with all the other chaos happening, nobody will even notice.
Well, the plan is for Elena to stay in hiding until after Hidden Rule is dealt with. So it likely won't be too much of an issue unless somebody decides to raid the Rook's chapter house.
good luck with that and not dying.
Exactly.
So Harvey Thrall
raid
dies, and all of a sudden
Terrains.
somebody who was thought dead is back alive. It's like, wait a minute.
That'd be worse than raiding the local police.
Mm-hmm.
That's like trying to go into the CIA and start a fight.
Yeah, basically. So, what I will need from you, Zara, is a sleight of hand roll to do the switch, and then a vehicle's land roll.
Do what switch? Sorry.
There's a car switch.
Oh yeah.
At the end of the funeral procession.
Sleight of hand and what?
Vehicles land.
Yeah, that's my current proficiency. Cool. You know what? Yeah. Maybe this is messing up my thing. I will take it off and reroll and see if that is better because I just realized that apparently my dice tray is off balance.
Uh-oh.
So yeah, hence the reroll.
Mine isn't 100% level, but that's because there's not exactly much level surfaces here to put it on.
Okay, for sleight of hand, 14, and for the vehicles one, what stat do I use? Strength, dex?
We'll go intelligence.
Okay, so 16 and 14. 14 for sleight of hand, 16 for driving.
So you get to the stop at the end of the funeral procession. You pull off into the yard with the rest of the hearses that are there, unloading into private vehicles. And in the process, you and a small crew of rooks shift all of the body bags out of the one hearse and into a unmarked van. And you manage to do this without drawing attention to yourselves.
Nice.
You get into the unmarked van. Do you change your armor's appearance?
I'm assuming all the other rooks that are not driving a formal hearse are changed into regular gear.
Or like civvies, yeah.
Then I am going to change my gear to just like a standard black and white suit, like something a hearse driver or like a taxi driver might wear for like a refined like nobility type.
Okay.
Like a courier, basically.
An uber black driver.
Just a black and white courier. Like vibes.
Okay.
Very service worker.
So you get into your unmarked van. It is like a courier van style thing. And you take off about the route. You get there pretty much without incident. You get stuck in like a bit of a traffic jam, but nobody notices your vehicle. And you get to the airship.
I'm going to get 2 of the crew members to quickly help me load the body bags into the airship, into like a separate room,
Okay.
along with the crate and Tristan. And then I'll carefully start pulling people out of body bags.
We're good.
And I'm assuming Illa is either going to be delivered later or was pulled out of one of the caskets.
She was pulled out of the casket.
Okay, cool.
That was all part of the car switch.
Sweet. Once I'm done, I'm gonna like carefully set out everybody's like snack order in front of them. So like Tristan will get some dog treats, Alvin will have some spiced tea and cookies, Getsy will have like a steak, sweet things, and a strong wine. Raven will have a couple of random things in vodka. I'll put the steaks on like plates so that the blood doesn't get everywhere. You know.
Cool.
And then I'll pour out some shots of like really nice vodka and set a pill in front of each one. Because I'm assuming the medic didn't say anything about not taking this with alcohol.
She didn't. You also didn't ask.
Good point.
Very true.
You know what? Good point. But, well, we're just going to pretend it's fine, because I doubt you're going to neutralize it. I doubt you're going to be that mean to me. Maybe.
Oh, no, I'm not going to neutralize it. They just might get a little tipsy real quickly.
Oh, well.
And who knows if Raven would anyways. It's not like Raven's had alcohol. If it's not been gathered by Raven asking questions about
For the record, I brewed the tea for Alba, and it's not just like tea bags and some cookies.
Oh, that's good.
Once I'm done like setting out a plate and some vodka and a pill for everyone, I'm gonna sit down and wait for everyone to wake up and set a pitcher of like water and some cups in the center of the table because hydration's important, y'all.
All right, so you can hear the crew bustling around outside of the room you're in. You're in what's probably originally intended as the captain's quarters, but has been set up as like a conference room sort of thing.
Does the ship have an intercom?
No.
Okay.
Not in the quarters.
Copy that. Since everything is loaded, and I'm assuming a different rook is coming to pick up the car, like the unmarked van, I'm gonna swap my gear back to its regular armor and walk over to the captain and go, once preparations are made and you've done your final flight checks, go ahead and leave. And I'll give him like the location that Illa said to start heading to.
Okay.
Because I'm assuming the sooner we get out of Vonphis, the better.
Captain Seamus looks at you, kind of goes, "Where's everybody else?"
They'll be up and about in a few hours. They had to take an unexpected nap.
Understood. And he'll just sort of bark out some orders. You'll see this. What is she? Is a gnome. We're gonna say. You see this gnome with silver eyes and like purplish hair. Oh no.
How is someone starting this?
Right.
All of me are
It's okay.
familiar
Keep
faces.
going. Keep going. I'll
Run
just
an
turn my
ad
camera.
or something.
Keep going. I'll just disable my camera while I pick up dice. It's fine. You can keep
Okay.
describing.
Okay. You see this gnome lady with silver eyes and purplish hair come up to the captain and like tug on his coat to get his attention. And then she looks at everyone that's there, goes back out to the thing after the captain like bends down, has a little conversation with her. And yeah, she goes back, goes to the winch that they have, the crane and winch that they have to load cargo on. And the motorcycles get loaded up and everything gets loaded onto the ship. And away you fly. Everybody who is unconscious, make me a Constitution saving throw.
So I might need that out actually.
Finally.
Okay.
Ooh.
That'll be. Dre gets a 21.
All right.
22.
Ketla gets a 5.
I rolled a nat 20.
Hell yeah.
All right.
I swapped to a set of dice I haven't used in years, and it's apparently being okay for me.
So that is a 12 for Ilmathri and an 8 for Eros.
Okay.
This set of dice dates back to my very first 5e character.
Aw.
Sorry.
Nothing to be sorry for, Katika. Okay, so Getsu and Dre. Not Getsu. Dre and Raven. You guys got 21 both, I believe.
22, but yeah.
22? Okay, so Raven, you were the first one to wake up.
That'll be fun. Now the real question is, did anybody think to take Raven's weapons off?
Yes.
This Raven is not going to be happy about none of this.
Can I say that I searched Raven and took any gear and
How
hid
many
it?
fucking weapons has Raven on him?
Yeah, you can say that in the time that you've had them. In the process of getting everybody prepped, they didn't go into body bags with their weapons.
I better have Lilith and Pleasure and Pain.
You better not have lost the swords. The collection.
They're there. They are all there.
Just not
Okay.
with us.
Just not
So-
on your persons.
Can I have delivered all their gear to their rooms then? Okay, that'll be what I've done then.
Tibbs, we
With
talked
the
about...
exception of Lilith. Lilith is on the table for Dre. It seems like a comfort object.
You're not wrong.
Raven just wakes up and is immediately searching for his weapons, ignoring any snacks that have been left.
Zara's gonna clear their throat and very calmly say, if you're planning on fighting any of us, I highly suggest you have a meal first. And some medicine to calm your nerves, and then I'll tell you where your weaponry is if you've decided you want to start fighting us too.
Raven just glares at Zara. Raven may not be compliant for a bit.
As Raven and Zara are talking, Dre, you come to.
Oh, that was a horrible dream. I am never taking geometry or philosophy again.
I'm gonna laugh, point to your seat, and be like, Lilith, snacks, medicine, and some vodka.
I asked for whiskey, but this will do, and I'll just take the shot with the
Oh,
pill.
there's like a whole bottle of whiskey. There's just the vodka for the actual meds, like to take a shot.
Oh, okay. I'll take the pill, take the shot, and go and hug my gun.
Not even check on Cat. Not even check on Ketla. Not even check on Tristan. Just go straight for the gun.
Priorities.
It was gonna go gun Tristan Ketla.
Raven, watching Dre wake up, has turned to just sitting in a corner.
All right.
Is
Getsu.
Tristan in the room?
Yes, Tristan is in the room.
Okay.
Getsu immediately sparks his gauntlet.
I mean, Fox, they can't take your weapon off you.
Tails pointed up, ears pointed up, hair is all pointed up.
Getsu, I think we're on the ship now. Just as I'm like petting Tristan, just calm down.
Dre just, I guess, didn't even notice. Raven just absolutely just not okay.
I'm gonna do an insight check to see if Getsu's just anxious or if they're going to attack someone.
Okay.
Unless I can easily tell that. Getsu, I'm assuming that's up to you.
Are you covering up what your intentions are?
No.
No? Okay.
No. He is in attack mode. He's ready to attack anything that comes near him.
I sent Tristan towards him. Tristan, go comfort the fox.
He'll calm down at Tristan.
I'll let Tristan be the therapy dog and go grab Raven's shot and pill and kneel down near Raven and I guess roll persuasion, but I don't want to persuade him. Fuck it. I'm just going to try to be persuasive in character and you can decide if it works. So I'm going to just quietly be like, look, I don't necessarily approve of what Illumothri and my guild master were intending to do. You shouldn't have been forced, but you're alive, you're safe, it's over, and this will help you recover. I highly suggest you take it. I talked to the medic. It's not magical. It's a chemical compound that will help cure the after effects, the vestiges of panic and dread. It'll help you feel worlds better. And then I'll look over at Getsu and be like, yours is on the table over there by your snacks and steak if you want it.
Raven will be like, only if I can get my weapons back so I can stab that stupid elf.
To attempt to stab Illumathri, you're attacking my target, which means you're attacking me. Do you really want to do that?
I wouldn't.
Raven just glares.
Weapons are in your
Probably
quarters.
take
Whatever
one,
decision you
too.
make is on you.
Illumathri's got friends in low places, and he'll go and take his medicine and things as all of his fur and stuff are starting to go down. Very low places.
The whole relive one's past isn't going to help Raven's dislike of elves.
No, it's really not. No, I hadn't thought about that, but it's really not.
Especially with Illumathri being the one the spell is not going to help matters either.
No. Okay.
Zara will tilt their head and go and look at Raven as like considering something, and then go, look, if you don't use a weapon and you don't seek to kill her, I'll let you get a slap or two before I interact as a professional courtesy, so long as you agree to not escalate it beyond that.
Fine.
I'm glad we could come to an
Stupid
arrangement.
airship anyways.
So you are. We're already in transit. Your weaponry and supplies are in your room. Food's on the table. Again, definitely take that medication. It should help you calm down. In a good way.
He'll take the pill but not touch the alcohol at all.
If the alcohol is not to your liking, do you mind? And I'll pick the shot up for myself because it's been a day.
Raven will shrug.
All right, I'm gonna down it. I'll pass Raven some water to down with his pill so it doesn't burn on the way down.
Okay. Raven, are you taking Zara up on the offer of getting a shot or two in on Illa?
He'd probably attempt. Whether or not it's right away.
I assume that was an agreement because he said fine. So I was like, all right, this is a done deal. Illa's getting slapped and I'm just going to stand there. So long as
How do you want to do this to the unconscious Zilla? Or the unconscious Illa? This is consequences of your actions, Tibbs.
Raven
I'm
just,
accepting them.
Raven just throws a punch straight at Ilia's face.
While she's unconscious?
Yep.
She probably can't even feel it then.
No,
Wake
that's
up with a
when she
broken
wakes up.
She'll feel it when she wakes up.
To a fist connecting to her face.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I'm sure that's one way to wake somebody up.
Zara's just leaned against the wall, like with her arms crossed, like watching to make sure it doesn't escalate beyond one or two punches.
Just a good old 1-2 to wake up.
So, Illa, you wake up to Raven just clocking you.
Illa holds back everything to not cast Arms of Hadar.
I'll just Illa, you probably deserve that one, but it was for the greater good.
I'm going to step between Raven as soon as they're done. Like, I'm giving it a grand total of like 2 seconds. And then I'm going to look down at Illumathri and be like, not the most pleasant morning to you, but I've got some medicine to help, including headache medication. And apologies for allowing you to get hit, but I assume
I deserved it. I will take responsibility for that. I know that Raven, you did not want to drink the potion, but this was... You really gave me no other choice. So I will look past this moment, but I will say this, and this goes for everybody in this room. You lay a hand on me ever again, I will make sure your death is slow, painful, and takes 4 years to carry through.
Why
Well,
for,
see-
boss?
Well, boss, you have my soul, so you have my soul contract or whatever it is. So yeah, no. I'm just gonna stay back.
I'm not too worried. If I had to lay a hand on you, Zara would note, if you actually tried to keep me alive for 4 years, the boss would my actual boss would probably rescue me far before that, and, well, I'd hate to be you when they were done with you.
I'm going to my quarters. No one bothered me until I step out.
Should I bring your medication? Or are you taking it with you?
I will take it with me.
All right.
And she quickly snags the medication, the bottle of wine, and makes a beeline to her quarters and slams the door shut.
Snacks and everything. Just like Snacky's leave.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Raven's just muttering about stupid elves.
I'm gonna look over at Ketla, Eros, and Albin and wait for them to wake up and then give them their snacks and medication as needed.
We've dealt with the painful part of this.
Okay, Eros is the next one who wakes up. Tibbs, do you have any ideas for what he would be doing when he gets up?
He would get up, grab his food and the medication that Sarah points out, and then seeing that Ilamathri is not there, would look around for her, and then
She
Go.
had a punch to the face and left.
I won't disturb her for a couple hours.
Don't
She
disturb her.
specifically said, "Don't talk to me until I come out of my room."
He said.
You do well to
Probably
obey.
tell the most agitated person in the room is likely the culprit.
thank you for the warning. He is going to go and he's going to stand outside of Ilamathri's door.
Who's
next? Brother Albin wakes up next, kind of shakes his head a little bit, blinks a few times. The world stops spinning for him for a second. He looks around, sees familiar faces, sees the egg, and kind of breathes deeply a few times, and then looks at everybody and kind of takes a head count, notices Ilamathri is missing, and looks to Zara like, did we lose someone?
Our boss is fine. Your medication, water, and snacks are on the table, including some hot tea. It's nothing too complicated, but it should help with any after effects.
Okay. Thank you.
Albin, we'll go set up the lab when Ketla wakes up and place the egg in there. Just rest for now.
Okay. Yeah. Sounds good. He's gonna rub his head and then put a hand on the egg, and you what's everybody's passive perception?
9.
14.
14.
And Ketla has a what's her wisdom? Ketla 10, Dre 9.
Okay. None of you see anything.
Okay. 14 isn't high enough, clearly.
No.
I think I have the highest in the group.
You
Mine
and
is
Zara both have
14.
a 14.
Mine is also 14, but I'm not in the room.
Yeah, you laugh.
Or sorry, mine is 15
You would have seen it.
if I was in the
Damn.
room.
You
Out
left
of
the room.
curiosity, what did we miss?
The egg is glowing faintly where Albin is touching it,
Interesting.
Alright.
but none of you know that. So
Or what it means, so it wouldn't matter if I did anyway.
Exactly.
And I'd just be like, eggs doing eggy shit. That tracks.
Eggy.
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 all right. Like 5 minutes after Albin wakes up, Ketla gets up, shakes her head.
Ketla doesn't have a very caring partner. No offense. So I'm gonna like be really sweet and like have the alcohol and meds in hand and be bent near her when she wakes up and be like, all right, welcome back from your nap. Here's your meds. Here's your vodka.
I like to think of mine and Katla's relationship as more of a like school studious like working relationship.
So you guys are queer platonic partners, basically. Like housemates. Like where you don't date, you just sort of exist in the same space and caretake.
I appreciate her mind. As sadistic as it is.
Yeah.
You forget Ketla also has her own sadism qualities to her.
Oh, I don't forget. I'm aware that people have two sides. Ketla in my mind is just feminine rage, the icon.
I would be. I would be beside her after the gun's on my back. I would also be beside her as she wakes up.
Okay. So Ketla wakes up, looks at you both, and just sort of not sighs, takes a deep inhale, deep exhale, and then she's just like, that was exhilarating. I need a journal.
Do we have a journal anywhere? We might in the lab. I think there's going to be some journals in the lab.
Okay.
Do you want your
She just
medication
gets
before
up.
you leave?
She goes, oh, will it dull my memory of the events?
I don't believe so, but I can leave it on the table just in case if you'd prefer.
The alcohol
Okay,
might,
yes,
but...
I'll do that. And
it was
before
exhilarating.
The real difference is in waking up from this meds.
Before Ketla leaves, I'm gonna look at everyone in the room and be like, if any of you experience any recurring anxieties, stress, or have any issues with any memories that you need to talk about, my door's open. I can give you some tips for stress management and talk if you need it.
Well, I appreciate the offer. I don't think I'll be revisiting it anytime soon.
Understood.
Well, I think we all deserve a good old rest. I'm sure the crew has this covered. We should all go retire to our rooms and sleep.
I will do just that.
I'm gonna head by Illa's room and let Eros know that if he needs to talk, I'm there, and that if Illa needs to talk, he can pass the message when she leaves the room. Basically, just being squad medic.
As Zara is speaking with Eros, Illa will step out of the room.
All right, boss.
Fine. I must go and make sure that everything is going well. And I'm going to go top deck and see the crew and the captain and see how things are progressing so far.
Okay. The captain is sort of milling about and like checking on everybody as somebody else is in the pilot's wheel, and his first mate is down in the engine room, making sure that everything is good there. He sees Illa and he goes, "Ah, good, you're up. I was starting to worry that we'd left you behind."
No, we did. You did not. How is everything running so far?
Good. A couple hiccups with the engine. The dock workers wanted to keep her here for the shipwrights wanted to keep her in dock for another 2 days, but I told them we didn't have time. They gave me a list of things that we might need to deal with as on the fly, as it were.
Thank you for getting that list. And I will make sure that the engine is well taken care of, because if that goes down, we go down with it.
Yes, indeed. He looks at you, looks around, and walks over to the railing at the edge of the top deck and just kind of like puts both hands on it, clips his lifeline to it, and just like leans over it a little bit and like just takes in the sights, comes back and goes, "I never really thought I'd be up this high again."
I've never been this high up in the air before. I grew up below, lived the majority of my life on ground, and this is the first time I've ever been in the air.
Well, it's unique. I'll tell you that. It sort of smiles and it's like it's unique for sure. Not like sailing on the seas, but not like being on the land either.
I'm going to walk up to the front of the ship and kind of just stare out into the expanding ocean in front of us and the horizon.
The Titanic.
And Ilmathri is just going to stand there for a little while and just relish in the tranquility of what is ahead.
So, Dre, you and Ketla were gonna go check out the lab, I assume?
Yeah, me, Katla, and I assume Alban with the egg, and
Yeah.
I assume everything's still in crates because I don't think the workers would have any idea how to set up a lab.
Yeah, no, everything's definitely still in crates.
So I'll check out the room. Is it a decent sized room? Enough to do work?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Check out the room. Check out my room that is off to the side of it. Mine and Ketla's room. Is Alban's room also here, or is he going to be somewhere else away from the egg? What would you say on that?
I'd say there would be a quarters for you and Ketla and a quarters for Alban attached to the laboratory.
Lab? Okay.
Yeah.
Check out the room, and honestly, me and Ketla are just going to get to work and start setting up a lab.
Alban is gonna look at you and ask if it's okay if he sets up some books and things in the lab.
Yeah, go ahead. We'll set up a table for you, and you can take one of the corners, and I'm going to be building a library in here, so feel free to put any books that you want in the shelves. What's in here is all for you to use, Alban.
All right. And he's gonna set the egg down on top of a crate because there's no good spot to set it down yet. He's just going to set it down on top of a crate and then go busy himself putting stuff away and getting some books out of storage and stuff like that.
He's actually going to be a huge help because tables are rough to build for kobolds.
When you're 2'2".
That percentage.
Technically, everything's going to be built at kobold height, but like...
There'll be like the one corner that's at human height, or Goliath height, I should say. Everything else at kobold height.
This lab is clearly not made for medium sized.
No, clearly not.
No, clearly
Nothing
not.
here is set up for medium of size. It's so
One person who works in this lab is like 7'3", and the other two people are like 2'2".
I would try. I would have asked, hoped that the dean would have put a map of the world in the supplies. Would you have said that would be?
Yes, there would absolutely be a map of the world. The captain has one as well.
I do want one for personal use, so I'm gonna be posting that, however big it is. I'm assuming somewhat big on the wall.
Yeah, it is quite large.
Yeah, on the wall. Because I look over at Brother Alvin and I say, let's use this to chart what happens with the egg and where, color everything we can, like, because it seems to be absorbing all elements. So, like, for example, I circle where we met the djinn. Red, fire, question mark, don't know what happened.
Okay. And he'll nod along and be like, yeah, this is a great idea. And Ketla is just furiously writing things down in a journal about what she experienced on her trip.
Honey, what dream caused you to get this rush of adrenaline? I haven't seen you this happy in a long time.
Oh, it was enthralling. I was being devoured.
Oh, really? My dream happened. If you want to write this down as well, my dream happened to be. Remember that philosophy test, that first year philosophy test that I had to retake 2 times? It came alive and it became giant and tried to eat me.
Oh, that's terrifying. The psyche is so strange.
It wasn't terrifying though. The 10th time I went through it.
That's fair. So you had one dream that just repeated.
Yeah, it just repeated itself. I don't know if it's the fact that I'm young. I was told that it goes over your life and it really shows the dark side. I really haven't had a dark side of my life other than that test, which it still haunts me to this day.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Really puts in contrast this versus Raven immediately waking up and choosing violence.
Yeah, to a degree.
The worst thing in my life was a test. My life is so terrible that I wake up immediately just terrified and stabbed everything.
And then there's Ketla, who was happy that she was being devoured.
Yeah.
You all got such a nice wake up compared to Kaz, who got, when they did this, they got they had to immediately continue a mission to do something that was actively traumatizing.
Oh no. Yeah, I have nothing else to do. Talk to Ketla about the dream. Set up the library or the laboratory, and just overall play with Tristan. Probably in a couple of hours when the lab's all set up, I'm gonna ask Brother Alvin if he knows any way of alarming the laboratory. Are you skilled in magics?
He'll laugh quite heartily when you ask the "Are you skilled in magics?" question, and look at you and be like, I may know a thing or two about magic, yes.
If it's possible, only us 4 are allowed in this lab unless otherwise stated. is that doable for you from you?
I can have it trigger an alarm if one other breaks the cordon.
Okay. Thank you very much. And while he's doing that, I just say I'm gonna go check out the top side, ask Ketla to come, and start training Tristan on not to jump off the ship.
That might be
Keep him on a leash.
Yeah,
Zara.
keep him tethered.
Question for the class, but like out of character completely. Like, if you're training him not to jump over the side? Like, what happens if he jumps over the side whilst you're training him?
I'm going to have a very. When we get to the top deck, I'm going to have a very, very long tether in a harness. So if he does fall, it's not going to suffocate him.
Yay!
Good plan.
And he's going to be called Air Buddy.
Air Bud.
Oh my god, I love it. I love it.
Yeah, buddy.
So, are you teaching him basketball next?
No, but I
Yeah,
saw in the
sports
book
ball.
there's clockwork wings that we can get. So augmented dog incoming.
Fairy dog. Steampunk fairy dog.
God.
Sorry.
If I can fly, he should be able to fly. And when I do get to the top, though, before I am tether up Tristan, I am going to let my wings spread and just kind of like jump up. And you know how it feel like when you jump up on like something moving, you kind of float backwards when you have like friction. I'm just gonna do that and like go from the front of the ship and just like all the way to where I could land, tucking in my wings to drop myself. Ah, this is so freeing. As I say, if there's anybody going, I fly by.
All right, Illa, you're topside, and you see Dre come up and do this thing.
It's just Dre being Dre.
I mean, Dre is only 6 years old. It's fine.
I'm going for I think I'm hitting the ball with the eccentric archaeologist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, hi,
righty
Illa.
then.
Just a slight wave from Illa as you fly by.
Keep in mind, I'm not tethered to the side either.
Raven would have probably would have wandered around, managed to find his room, hopefully, and then continued to wander the ship after retrieving his things.
Okay.
Of maybe potentially finding the top. It depends how well he knows the ship layout.
I mean, when you're on the cabin deck, you basically are presented with a choice: go up or go down.
Probably pick to wander upwards before wandering downwards.
Okay. You go up, you end up topside.
And he's just like kind of staring at the fact the ship is literally in the air and is just confused. He's like, given he didn't like being near the edge on a ship in the water.
I'd recommend not going near these edges. You got you just sitting on one spot with his ears flowing back.
Isn't planning on it, Fox. How are you doing, Fox?
Better now, after considering. Would rather not go through that again.
I'd have rather not gone through it the first time.
Fair enough. You don't seem too bad considering.
Considering I'd rather have killed people than dealt with that?
That would be great. I'd go for killing right about now.
Seems a little murdery. Like, I'm in a murder profession and he's murdering.
Well, you just put the two, like, orphan street rats through their trauma again. They're gonna get even more murdery.
They gotta let some steam out.
The two people who already had revenge plots.
So Zara's gonna like walk around the deck and see if they can find Getsu and Raven.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm ready for a fight. I'd rather someone tested us sooner than later.
Mind starting something, but I said I wouldn't.
Well, you probably shouldn't, especially not against either. Trust me on that.
Yeah. To be fair, she started this.
Yes, that is true. Like, you're all right.
Is it easy enough to find them?
I'd assume
Oh, yeah.
probably. You can probably see most of the deck from most of the top deck, I'd guess.
So when Getsu's like, it would be a bad idea to do it with Illa, do you mind if I step in? Because if you want to just talk, like, no, I'm asking them.
That's fine.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Raven's gonna clear their throat after you say Illa started it and add, I hope I managed to finish it then.
For now. I'll follow our deal.
If y'all are feeling as fighty as I am after such a stressful day, do you want to do some no-holds-barred sparring? 2 against 1 even.
I suppose.
All right.
No guns or knives for obvious reasons.
What about gauntlets?
How lethal is the voltage?
I think it would count similar to my swords, Getsu.
Fine. He'll take his gauntlet off.
If you turn it down to be no further than a regular taser, I'm in. I could practice dodging.
Getsu's got a fight. Getsu's got a box of fox form.
Yeah.
He'll
Stick
do it.
on his back 2 legs, just
You gotta get those fox muscles.
just jacked when he's in fox form.
Just the swollest fox around.
Yeah.
I'm totally
Switches back
down.
to humanoid form, and he's just like normal Getsu.
This twink Getsu.
Yeah. All right, so you 3 are going to spar. Is anybody making their way to the engine room?
I don't think so.
Illa will after a little while, just to get a full
Probably see that the other people are now just fighting amongst themselves.
I would also, just because I'm interested in the alchemic aspect of the engine.
Okay.
I would do the like rounds of the ship, make sure that I know where everything is and make sure everything is going okay.
Cool. So you get down to the engine room and you see the gnome woman from before, and she, or like the gnome woman, you've seen her on the ship previously, not your airship, but the previous ship.
Majority of crew would be people we've seen before.
Yeah. Or students from the academy.
You muted yourself, Blood.
I was about to. Thanks for reminding me. After this, I do need to check on the students. But yeah, carry on.
So you get to the engine room. You see this gnome lady, like barking orders at people to like maintain the alchemic pressure and do this and that. She looks at you and she's just like, "What do you want?"
I just came down to see how things were going. Please watch your tongue.
She's gonna like offer you the manual and be like, "You make sense of this."
I will take a look at it.
It's like advanced alchemy.
Unfortunately, I do not know much about alchemy, but I do know 2 individuals on the ship that do. I will get them down here as soon as I can get them.
As you say that, Dre is like pokes his head in the door and has the moment of, "Oh, finally, found the engine room."
Hey guys, how's it going?
Speak of the devil.
Oh, what's up?
Can you and Ketla please look at this and see if you can help out? They seem to be having some issues.
Yes. Let me go grab my wife.
Thank you.
And I guess I'll just go look for where I left her to go fly on the ship.
Oh, she hasn't left the lab yet.
Oh, okay. As I enter the lab, I knock. Hey, Ketla, you want to come check out the alchemic engine? Apparently, these guys aren't the smartest bunch and need us.
And she'll look up and be like, "Happily," and she'll like put her book down and follow you.
We should probably not wear our nice clothes, eh?
Yeah, probably.
All right, I'm gonna change into some like dirty, like greasy work clothes.
All right.
And then head down with Ketla.
She changes into like her full alchemical like chemist outfit with like the goggles, the apron, the coat, all of it.
When I see those 2 walk in, I will hand them both the user manual of the engine. If you would be so kind to learn what you can, teach what you can, that will make things go a lot better. And I will turn back to the gnome. Please listen to them very closely. They are well versed in alchemy and tinkering with things. So please, they will be your best encyclopedia here.
She just sort of nods and goes, "Yeah, sure. Any help we can get." We didn't really get enough time to run a full systems diagnostic before we took off because, well, the shipwrights were 2 days behind schedule. Now we have to test everything as we're launching or as we're flying.
Did the shipwrights say if there was any problems with the ship?
Shouldn't be, but they didn't get to do as many tests on the engine and stress test it and everything as they wanted to. So it's a little bumpy. We're trying to test it as we fly.
Well, we are currently stress testing it right now, so if everything's running, I will. Is there a spot for me and Ketla to sit? Is there a table anywhere?
Yeah, there's like a little table just off to the side of the like main engine bay.
Okay, completely ignoring Illumothry. Well, I'll say bye to Illumothry, but completely ignoring the first mate. Me and Ketla are just gonna go sit down and start deciphering this manual. Would you say it's easy for us to read, or like it would be like reading like a PhD like thesis?
For Ketla, it would be along the lines of her master's thesis. So it'd be less advanced than some of the stuff she's doing right now. For you, it is reading a master's thesis level alchemical text.
So it's doable, but I have to spend a little bit more time.
Yeah, it's outside your field of study. So.
Okay, well, I guess we'll just spend the next couple hours reading the book. Tristan's still following along with us.
When Tristan comes into the room, the gnome sneezes a few times.
You're gonna have to get
dog. Great.
You're gonna have to get used to Tristan.
No, keep him away from the actual engine, and it'll be fine. I'm gonna go get some fresh air. If you have anything that you want to teach the crew, go for it. But just try to understand how this thing works, and if there's anything that we can do to improve its efficiency, because it's running red right now. And she looks at it, cocks her head, and a warning light starts rotating and a siren starts going off as the alchemical fluid in the engine turns red.
Hedla?
I'll just kind of
And that's where we end for the night.
Not good.
Can we go 30 more minutes? What the hell?
Oh no.
Oh, great. We're starting off falling from the sky.
Ketla is coming to the rescue.
We better not be falling from the fucking sky.
Don't stop. Leave.
All right, friends, that was fun. We're gonna go raid a DJ that I started
Please don't
following this weekend.
stop.
So
Can we bribe the DM to keep going?
no.
As much as
I'm
I would love
hungry.
to, it is also getting fairly late
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah, it's like almost 11 o'clock for you guys.
It's
Yeah,
almost
it's-
midnight.
It's almost midnight for
yeah, for us.
me and Loki.
So we're gonna go raid a DJ that I follow. Yeah, I hope everybody has a good time.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Have a good night, guys. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
That was wild.
That was a great session.
That was a great session. I hope mine and Ketla's weird dynamical relationship